Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sitting here in a coffee shop. I actually just moved locations to a new hotel. What I've been doing here in Bangkok is kind of checking out different areas. So I've literally been staying in each hotel for like 4 nights and then moving to a different area 4 nights, kind of exploring the different areas. So right now I'm in the area called W District, really cool area. Grabbing a coffee and waiting for check-in time, which is 2 o'clock, so I got about an hour to go here. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about my experience in Thailand, what I like, what I don't like, coming up next. Stick around. Something's pulling at my heart tonight, ancient temple. Alright guys, so right away let's go with, if I had to have some negatives on Thailand, what would it be? Now, I can't say this is going to be, this is really going to be focused on Bangkok. And number one would be the heat. It is definitely hotter, in my opinion, than over in the Philippines. At least the humidity, and probably has a lot to do with just being in the city and all that heat kind of beats down, and all this cement all day, and it just kind of radiates from the cement, and yeah, it can be quite hot. I've been like going through shirts and shorts and stuff like twice per day, and so I guess number one would be the heat. Though if I lived here, I don't see myself walking as much. I've literally been doing anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 steps per day. Just walking around, going to the BTS, different things like that. Number two would be, I guess, the English. Although I have not really had any issues here in Bangkok. In fact, several times I've went to places and I started speaking English slowly and they just broke out in perfect English, and I was like really surprised. So I pretty much can go almost anywhere around Bangkok, at least in the general tourist areas, and really not have any issues. You start to venture out, and then it gets a little more difficult. Though I have noticed that the younger people seem to be learning much more English nowadays, so that's a good thing. Now, one of the benefits of the Philippines, like with the dating scene, would be able to walk up to pretty much any girl and be able to talk, and say, hey, and do some flirting or whatever, and you could break out and, you can speak in English. Here in Thailand, that's not really happening too much, because you don't know whether they speak English or not, and you might just get a blank look on their face. So I guess if I had to say a second negative would be the English factor. However, again, hasn't really been a factor for me. And I guess if there was a third one, then I suppose it would be maybe dating. And I don't have a lot of experience in this yet. I had a Thai girlfriend long ago, back in 2016, the beginning of 2016, and it was a great experience. But here, again, this kind of connects in with the English factor. Like, I don't see many people who are just going up to random Thai girls and just picking them up. Like in the Philippines, you can flirt a lot and you'll get a smile back from them. Here, they don't really seem to do that so much, So I think dating, cold approach type dating might be more difficult here, along with the English factor. So the dating kind of tied in with the English. So I guess that would really, for me, would be the only negatives that I see. So some of the positives that I really like, the transportation. There's a BTS right up there, and I've been utilizing that a lot. And you get like a rabbit card, which costs 100 baht, and then you can top it up. You can keep topping it up, and you can just ride the BTS, all day, all week, and then just keep topping it up, and that's been super handy. Really quick, efficient. I like it a lot. Now, a lot of people, I'm not trying to compare against the Philippines, And a lot of people are saying, well, you should compare this against Manila because they have a train. Well, it's not as good as the BTS or the MTS here. But, and a lot of people also want to compare the Philippines. They'll say, well, you should compare it to BGC. Again, BGC is a small bubble in Manila. This is a whole entire city. So if we're taking infrastructure against city versus city, this is, it's far superior. The sidewalks, the roads, the railways, the having 5G on my phone wherever I go, pretty much. Super strong Wi-Fi. I went into the laundromat the other day. It was like 500 down and like 300 up. I mean, the infrastructure is really, really good. Another thing I really like is the food. I've eaten everything from Italian, a hamburger, Middle Eastern, ice cream, local Thai food. What was the other one? I had Mexican. All some of the best food that I've had while I've been out here in Southeast Asia, to be honest. And so the food is really big. Food, I love that you can eat anywhere from $1 to $2 here at like a mall here. You can go to the food court and eat good food for very inexpensive. And you can go all the way up to crazy amounts here. So it just depends what your budget is and how often you want to splurge or if you want to eat on a budget. So that's one thing I like about here is that if you want to live a real budget lifestyle, you can live very low, very reasonable priced condos, maybe a little outside of the city, a little further from the BTS. You can live very inexpensively, or you can live really high end. So you have this huge area. You can go from low to high here. And so I like that you have some options. So the other thing is the healthcare. The healthcare is top notch. I mean, people fly from all over the world to get procedures done here. And so that's fantastic as well. Another thing is, I like the fact that we have the neighbors are all so close. You got Cambodia, you got Vietnam, Laos, different places all over, and it's easy to fly to. And for me, this would make a great home base because Bangkok has so many flights, so many direct flights going all over, and there's very inexpensive flights leaving out of Bangkok. So I like that a lot. So far, I have been in three different districts so far. One, Victory Monument, very nice area. Second area was Udam Suk area. These are all exits off the BTS. And now I'm in Phang Kong, which is the W district. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And this place is really great. It is very walkable. I mean, there's just so many restaurants. There's a area out here called the Garden. It just has a ton of different restaurants. And I like that it's a very, very walkable city. Big sidewalks, crosswalks to go over the street, so you don't need to cross. It's very nice. So I like it a lot. Again, I can see where you can go very cheap here, and you could go very high end. And I'm hoping to be somewhere there in the middle. So, but yeah, really enjoying it here. And once, if I decide to make this my home base, I'll branch out and check out Chiang Mai, Phuket, Krabi, Hua Hin, Pattaya, Jomtien, all these different places I'll check out. And obviously, I will check in on dating and things like that. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying my time here. No return date in mind. I just, the way I always travel, I bought a one-way ticket and got a throwaway ticket. So we'll see when I come back. I don't know for sure yet. The one thing I do like as of right now, in Thailand, when you arrive, you get 60 days. And you can extend out one time, giving another 30 days, and that extension is only about $50. So $50 to stay 90 days in Thailand. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. So certainly within that time frame, I'll be able to figure out if this is a good place for me to be for a home base. Again, my plan has not changed. I have decided on a home base. I do not want to just lug a suitcase around or even a backpack and live out of my backpack the entire time I'm slow traveling throughout Southeast Asia. I want a place that I can call home and that I can return to and keep, you know, some of my possessions. I don't want to get rid of every single item that I have. Even though I've gotten it down to quite a small amount of stuff, but still, it's nice, especially when you get older. You don't really want to just live out of a backpack. You know, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I don't want to live out of my backpack. And again, I planned on Malaysia, Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, and I'll probably dip into Laos and maybe even Taiwan or something. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee. I've got about half an hour left before I can check into my hotel in my new area. I'll show you guys. I've been uploading YouTube shorts, and I'll show you the hotel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Through the lens I dance with